Welcome in to the Bro Force Squad podcast, where we are just a bunch of bros drinking beer and watching movies. It is spooky season, and that means it is time for another one of our world-famous movie commentaries, this time on the 1998 Disney Channel original movie classic, Halloweentown. I am your host, the Mayor, Jeff Hornacek. Before we go around and meet my fellow bro, Ronnie Cycli, we currently have our movies paused at Cycli, why don't you tell them, since you're on Disney Plus and mine's
I am at the 18-second mark with 1 hour, 24 minutes, and 13 seconds remaining. The film Halloweentown is spread over the screen with the glowing pumpkin in the back.
Scary. That's scary as shit, dude. While you get your movies sunk up with us, let's go around the weird street festival with ghouls and goblins and meet our legal counsel, the aforementioned Ronnie Cycli. Now, Ronnie, I know you actually interned in the law office for Calabar prior to this, and I know you probably signed an NDA, as I would imagine he had you agree to. But is there anything about the corporate culture with working for him that you can share with us, a positive or negative? Think of like a glass door review for our listeners out there that might be applying for a job with Calabar in the future.
You know, high pace environment. Some would call it toxic. But really, you got to sacrifice to make a name for yourself and be known. Just do the dirty work, the grunt work, and you'll absolutely be seen for sure. They won't just stick you in the basement and lock you down there.
Would you say that you're a family there?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And if you don't do the work, you feel like you're betraying your own family and parents.
Yeah. Pay raises we'll talk about next quarter.
No. You don't. No. There's not even pay raises. This is your family. You want pizza parties.
Do you guys have a ping pong table?
Only on Fridays.
Yeah, but if you use it, you get passive aggressive comments made about you, right?
Like, well, of course. It's just nice to look at.
Right. It's really the idea of a ping pong table that
you get a lot of this. Oh, you got time to play ping pong? I guess you need more work.
Yeah, but then why do we have it?
Yeah, no.
Got time to piss? All right, guys, we are going to start our trip into Halloweentown in 3, 2, 1, play.
I got to say, just to start this off, I remember loving this movie in, middle school?
Yeah.
It has been some time since I've seen that. Maybe since middle school, to be honest.
So for the wife and I, this is an every year watch.
Love it.
I got to say, yeah. I don't know if I've seen, there are 3 sequels. I don't know if I've seen any of them.
Wow.
I think they get pretty bad, if I recall.
First of all, Disney Channel original movie never gets bad.
Oh my God, great. To legitimize just the whole concept of the DCOM, Debbie Reynolds from Singin' in the Rain.
I was about to say, some of these names. Yeah. And a lot of you listening who are listening to something like this probably at this point know that Jeff and I are the horror heads on the pod.
Oh yeah.
And I just don't love horror movies. Halloween is genuinely one of my, if not favorite holiday. Obviously I love Christmas, love Thanksgiving, New Year's is overrated as hell.
Yep.
Love family time, and that's great. But Halloween, it's like you said at the beginning, it's spooky season. It's not a day, it's a month.
Yep.
It's just the aura that comes with it. Fall is in the air, football's in the air. People, it's just great.
Yeah,
PSLs,
it's just I love pumpkin anything. Just a great time.
Yeah.
And so for movies this month, my goal is to watch everything that I can get my hands on that's spooky. Judith Hoag, of course, # my April O'Neil from the first Ninja Turtles movie. Also in Armageddon.
Holy crap.
Yeah, she's great in this. Actually has, if you think about it, a pretty good character arc. She's like the mom who knows all about the witch shit, doesn't want her daughter to know it because she's like, I don't want you to make my mistakes. Mom, you got pregnant at 13. Isn't that the one we should be trying to avoid? You
she's like, that's why I'm telling you.
You can have sex unprotected. That's
and then
fine,
it's like, I don't want you having the same mistakes I had. But they're like, so I'm a mistake then.
Yes. God, you finally get it. Kimberly J. Brown, who plays Marnie. We talk about this a lot with DCOMs. It's like a boys club in the sense that when they find the people they like, they stick with those people. And I think Kimberly J. Brown is a really talented actress. She's in obviously all the Halloween towns. And then Cycli, do you remember the DCOM Quince?
Of course I do.
Yeah, so she obviously was in Quince and very talented.
We were the perfect generation for the like OG DComs. Like not
Oh
even
God, yeah.
like I remember when they became a thing, and then I remember there was a 3-year period we got a new one every month.
Dude, I remember if we like for whatever reason, if one didn't come out in a given month, we were like, God damn it.
Yeah, they went to like alternating months, and we're like, what is happening in this world?
It was the worst because I used to look forward to that every month.
Can I ask you a weird question? What do you think of the name Marnie?
Not a fan.
So my father originally wanted to name my oldest sister that.
Wow.
And we
Did
have
your mom talk
never-
him out of it?
Yeah, we have like always make fun of
Is it
him
like a
about that one.
family name? Or you just
I
like the
don't
name?
think so. I believe it was in a James Bond film
Okay,
or
that
some
makes more
film he
sense.
liked.
I was like,
and
was he planning on
always-
her being born already at 62 years old?
Yeah, I think so. I was like,
She's born with a
always-
Roth IRA and half
yeah,
knitted
we
quilt.
give him the hardest time for that. We're like, so glad he didn't name her Marnie. I'm not saying it's a bad name. It's just
No, we have a lot of Marnie listeners. They write in a lot.
Yeah,
They
but
write
that's-
letters, which I don't know why the fuck anyone would still do that, but we do appreciate them reaching out.
I can say sincerely, I've never met a Marnie in real life.
No, because they're all dead.
Yeah. Hey, spoilers for this movie.
Is there anything creepier than when a kid says someone's coming? You're the big proponent.
No.
I gotta say, especially in horror movies, believe the kids.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If I have a child and they come into my room in the middle of the night and say someone is under my bed, I'm like, let's get the fuck out of this house.
Yeah, dude. Like
Not
how many?
like-
What? Here's the thing. Let's just play out both scenarios. If they're right or if they're wrong, like which is the safer course of action to take? If they're wrong and you evacuate the house, worst case is you evacuated the house for no reason.
Yeah.
Right?
The other case is you put your kid back to bed in the room where there might
Yeah.
be someone hiding.
Not smart.
No.
Now her brother here, like, look, we're out of school. Can you? I get if you want to read, fucking nerd. Can you at least unbutton the top button on your shirt? Like, relax a little bit. Let your hair down.
Can I say I always loved about DComs, and as ridiculous as these movies are, they always played siblings so well.
Very well.
Oh,
Here's Debbie Reynolds.
Yep. Kind of like a Halloween Mary Poppins.
Exactly. Decent special effects there. One thing that is rough with the DComs is whatever aspect ratio they were shot in. I don't know how your TV is right now, but I'm losing about 12 inches on each side of the screen.
I'm losing 12 inches right now too.
You don't have 12 inches to lose.
Oh, wow. Don't worry. Come on, man.
Her bag has a very like magic carpet in Aladdin role in this movie. It's like a sassy inanimate object.
Well, I love it. It kind of makes me think of like a little bit of Hocus Pocus with the book.
Yeah.
Obviously, she's a good, she's not bad.
Was Hocus Pocus also 98?
No, I believe that was earlier.
Really?
Maybe I'm wrong. I remember being young for Hocus Pocus.
I'm getting a 94 vibe. Hocus. Yeah, 93, right? Way earlier.
Which is that's a must every Halloween.
Oh yeah. That was the commentary that we did. If you guys want to go back and listen to it, Banner was so high that he didn't talk for about 30 minutes because he thought he was listening to our commentary and not on it.
We've had a couple of those. That was me on the Back to the Future one.
Was that one we had to delete, right? Because it was such a mess, or did that one?
In my defense, I didn't say shit. So if it was a mess, it was because of you guys.
That cookie looks so good.
I'd love a cookie right now.
Oh no, Mom had to eat it.
So do we know was the intention? It's been a long time. I remember the premise of the movie. Like, was the mom just kind of like almost Harry Potter-esque, like trying to kill this side of it, like hoping it was never discovered, or was she like at one time is right?
So the issue, I don't know if you remember this, but Marnie is about to turn 13.
Right.
And if you don't get your witch's training by the time you turn 13, you lose the ability to do it. So her mom, okay. Yeah, I think her mom has had like kind of a distant relationship with her grandma, who obviously is still like full on witch. And she's tried to like keep this a secret from Marnie. And I think they can obviously tell some shit's up with their grandma, but I don't think she's like tried to train Marnie. But now she's like, all right, like at the stroke of midnight, this is gone forever. I'm just going to fucking take the kids. Because I don't,
why not have why hide from it, man?
Instead of waiting 4 minutes to find out, I'll just try and guess now. I can't remember. Have the kids ever been to Halloweentown? Like when they go, are they like, "Oh, good to be back," or is this like the
I
mind
don't think
blowing?
so. Again, it's been forever since I've seen it. If they have, they were little and they don't remember.
Okay.
But I could be completely wrong. I thought that was the whole point, right? Like,
Yeah, I just can never keep track of like because they know that you have to know like this is more than a normal grandma, right? Like shit's up with her. She's on LSD.
but like it's like there was something in the '90s about everyone had that quirky grandparent, that quirky aunt and uncle. Like, it was a very big trope in the '90s, right? Like
Yeah,
where it was like everyone had that weird relative
who would
that the
show up at
parents always were like,
unannounced, you
yeah,
know?
and the parents were always like, Baba's here, and you're like, oh, and the kids got excited, and the parents were immediately like, oh, here we go. I never had the cool aunt and uncle. I never did. I don't know if it's like because I don't know, immigrant family and a lot of us were spread around. Like, it was just a cool grandparents. So I don't know. I definitely remember it being a '90s thing, but I just never got that.
Yeah, I do think. I mean, like all '90s sitcom tropes, they definitely like play it up to like 11. Okay,
Did
see, so they're referencing like werewolves and stuff, and I don't know if they're doing it in jest or if they're actually like, yeah, remember that time that a werewolf fucking tried to go up my skirt and I slapped him in the face? Well, you're 12. Why would that have happened?
Yeah, is it like she's just entertaining their stories?
Yeah, or they're playing make believe, but like the grandma's like, no, but I'm being fucking serious. Hieroglyphics. We said none of that. I'd rather they do drugs. Oh,
We don't
actually, I
want
have
anything
drugs.
Egyptian in this house.
Is that locket around her neck like when Angelina Jolie and Billy Bob Thornton would carry around each other's blood in a vial? Do you remember that?
Everything that was that whole relationship and everything Angelina Jolie was it that I remember she like made out with her brother,
Yep.
like while she was wearing that blood necklace, I believe.
Is there another way to
Was
do it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna make out with my brother.
If you don't have the blood necklace on, then it's just weird.
Yeah, then it's weird.
So let me
This
ask you
is
a trick or treating question, like just on principle. First off, in your neighborhood, how many trick or treaters do you get?
we get a
This will be what, your
ton.
fourth Halloween there?
Yes.
You get a ton?
So back in our original house before we moved to a different state, we got none. And I love, like I said at the beginning, I love Halloween. It always depressed me. We always had so much extra candy.
Hmm.
We moved to this neighborhood, moved across the country, and all of a sudden, every single house in our neighborhood decorates for Halloween. Like
Yeah,
every single house.
I remember you showing me you guys had a legit ass setup on your street.
Well, weird house. And we're like, we
Hmm.
have to step up our game. And I remember going, oh, if this is what we do for Halloween, what do we do for Christmas? And
Yeah,
then Christmas came around, and maybe one house in the whole neighborhood lit their lights.
that's wild.
Whereas, like, yeah, every house for Christmas, so for Halloween. So, like, yeah, we not only do we have a smaller neighborhood, not only do we get a ton of trick or treaters, the adjoining neighborhood, which also goes all out for Halloween, and it's notorious in the city that we live in. Um, we get the runoff from that. So we have literally every Halloween we've been here bought more bags of candy than we ever had. We buy 4 or 5 gigantic bags, and we are out at the end of the day. My wife and
That's
I will sit
awesome.
on the patio and watch. We have a TV on the patio, watch like horror movies all night, and hand out candy. We have a big spider web, and I still feel like it's not like graveyard in our yard. Still not enough, but we love it. It makes me so happy to how much our neighborhood goes, our city honestly goes out for it. But how about you and your new house?
We get a pretty decent amount, but there's a lot of really young kids in our neighborhood, like 2 to 4. So they'll come at like 7, and then by like 7:45, it's pretty much over. They come like fast and furious.
Then all that means all the extra candy for you. Do you hand out like the big candy, or do you like do the like
We do the little, but I'm pretty heavy-handed with it. I give most kids like 2 to 3. But what made me bring this up in the first place is I will see the kids that are like 13 or 14, like probably a little too old to be trick or treating. But hey, if you like commit to it, I will always give you candy. But they'll show up with like a helmet on, or like they'll be holding like a plastic sword, and those are the kids that I'll have a little discourse with. I'll be like, "So what's your costume?" "Oh, I don't know."
Yeah.
Well, if you don't even know, bro, I'm not gonna give you candy. Like, if you can at least make something up. What are you,
Dude?
samurai
I get
robot?
so obsessed with it. Like, I'm like, dude, you're this, and the kid will be like, ah.
Yeah, half the kids don't know what the fuck they are.
No, I'm a ninja. You're like, no, you're not. You're a. There was a
Clearly
guy who was
Spider-Man.
Ghostface from Scream, and his mask would like spew blood. And I think I sent you a
Damn.
picture of this. Like it would like he would hit a button and blood would drop on in his mask, so it would just
That's
like
pretty
recirculate. And
sick.
I was like, that's amazing. And he was a kid who literally had no idea what he was.
I
He
had a
just
kid
thought it
who
was
was
creepy.
Spider-Man from Across the Spider-Verse. I was like, nice, Miles Morales. And he goes, who? I was like, dude, you're wearing the fucking costume. What do you mean, who?
I remember we had a house next to ours, and we're gonna Halloweentown story here. So like, yeah, I think they're not very.
Gnomes?
Yeah.
Gnomes are Halloween?
Yeah, why not? There was a house that gave out cans of soda pop,
Damn.
and we would just go back and forth there. Like we would just change our costumes and go back over there.
When I lived in Seattle, this always sounds like a made-up trope that like doesn't actually happen. But there was actually a dentist in my neighborhood who gave out toothbrushes, and everyone was like, "Bro,
Dude, that's such a like.
like I get it's your job, but this is like the most anti-that night in the whole year. Like you have to be on tonight."
Dude, and doesn't a dentist want kids getting cavities? Isn't that better for
You're
business?
right. When you really think about it, like it's really not smart for business. This is where the grandma's like clearly like laying the trap for them to tell the story for her. He's like I need proof of everything. Bro, shut the fuck up. I think we got the sister sandwich here of belief. Little sister is definitely bought in, and so is his older sister.
It's always the little one who's always right in all of these type of movies. The youngest one, the oldest siblings, looked at like, just because they're the little one, they're like, oh no, that can't be right.
Right.
They're always right. I would think back to Hook and things like that. It's like it was just, it's just always the young ones.
Yeah, that's a good reference. Disses by kids.
The little sister.
Yeah. And that's definitely Marty.
As a kid, I would believe, like, if I had, this was always the dream.
Oh, like, boom, guy could win an ugly contest. What if he just like his reaction was like way over the top? Like, hey, shut the fuck up. Like what?
You're not invited to Halloweentown anymore at that point.
I'm gonna murder you. That feels like an overreaction.
Also, Grandma, are you on drugs? Is what
Clearly.
I would say.
Grandma, where's your locket with Billy Bob Thornton's blood in it? Oh, it's on your neck. Okay. Yeah, this is where Mom's like, all right, we're putting it on a little too heavy-handed.
Yeah. Well, again, I don't understand them. When I was older, it was like, why parents gotta like bring this down? Like, what's their problem? Don't they want to see their kids thrive and who?
Weren't you ever young and impulsive and wanted to go see Snot Man and Gnomes?
Do we, and maybe this is spoilers, do we know why? I get why like the mom wants to just raise their kids away from that kind of stuff, but was there like a specific event that made the mom not want to?
That's a good question. I do remember when they go back, the mom and Calabar used to hook up. It's like made very clear. And I think the mom left because she met and fell in love with their dad, who's just like a mortal, not immortal.
Ah.
And so I think she obviously had to maybe choose between Halloweentown and not.
But see, that she had a choice, and that's what she should give her children.
Wow, that is a well-lawyered argument right there.
I'm not saying don't encourage them or tell them what you're.
Let me choose. She's like, all right, what do you choose? Well, I choose real world, but like, fuck. I mean, let me come to that conclusion.
Yeah, I just want to. Yeah, let me make the mistake.
I want to work a 9 to 5 with a pension, and I just want a stable life.
fantastic casting of actresses here, but like terrible casting in the sense of like mother-daughter.
Yeah,
They
no
look nothing
resemblance at all.
alike.
By the way, these pork tenderloins way overcooked.
See, that's nothing a witch couldn't handle.
Can you uncook meat?
I would imagine there's a spell for that, right?
This is basically an Anakin situation. Like, she's too old. Bottom line. Sorry, Marnie, you're washed. We've all been there where it's like which Tupperware lid goes where.
Oh, I can never. I don't even try to deal with that anymore because I every time I get in trouble.
There's no right answer. We have 3 pieces of Tupperware. I'm like, there's no fucking lid to this. Did we buy this without a lid?
Dude, I buy Tupperware with the lids and they don't even fit. I have to like stretch them.
That's insane, man. Have you ever seen cabinets with glass doors?
Yeah, we have in our new wet bar, we have 2
I get
not all, only just like the singular like skinny doors with glass.
I mean, it makes sense. Like you can actually see what's in there, but also I could see some people being like, "No, I want the
mystery."
It's a fun game. Every time I open a cabinet, ooh, what the fuck's in here?
The amount of times I still
is it cups? No, it's bowls. It's bowls.
How do I do this every time?
Like your life sounds really uneventful if that's an exciting thing you do. Keeps the spice alive in our marriage. These were
utensils. Could you imagine a husband and wife who just fuck with each other all the time and just like move?
That is foreplay, my friend.
My wife would leave me. I literally will accidentally put the wrong thing after like unloading the dishwasher, and it will be an hour later. I'll get like why is this in here? I was like, that's what they're.
Like I want to make sure you're paying attention, and so you're welcome.
This does not go here. I was like, oh well, I thought it did.
Now her mom's being classic boomer. Like I tried to recruit warlocks. No one wants to work anymore. Yeah, not for 9 shekels a fortnight.
Have you seen? It's not. She's like, when I bought my first house, it was $20. Like, no, things change.
Exactly.
Okay. Wow. That's a little harsh, Grandma.
Oh my God. What does that mean? She's gonna kill her?
This is a tad bit of an overreaction. Like, I guess she's trying to be emphatic here to like prove a point, but like,
well, I have heard witches' menopause makes you extra hormonal.
Oof. The hot flashes?
Yep.
Extreme.
And that's just the first few years.
Yeah. I love this again because when I was a kid, it's like you would believe anything. You're always hoping for a day that like if my sister came to be like, guess what? I'm a witch. I'm like, you are?
Well, it's kind of like in Zoolander when Hansel answers his door and Derek goes, I've been brainwashed to kill the Prime Minister of Malaysia. And Hansel goes, and it's like, yeah, that's not moving the needle for me, buddy. Derek has been brainwashed to kill the Prime Minister of Malaysia. And Owen Wilson plays it so perfect.
Oh, yeah. Like playing a dumb guy, like both of them playing dumb idiots is like perfect casting. Why does this kid has, yeah.
I was going to say, this kid has like classic 90s kid glasses. Like, I think Macaulay Culkin wears those same glasses in like 3 different movies.
They're like the ultimate nerd glasses. Like, but they're back in style now. Like a lot of these late 90s things are back.
Absolutely. This is the outfit we're going to Halloweentown in. Yeah, they put garlic. They got garlic to ward off the vampires.
I mean, you should just cook something up with that garlic, you know?
I would be ashamed to not use it.
You and your hate for garlic, I just don't understand.
Dude, I like garlic just in normal amounts.
Oh, do you?
And not a paste that's designed to be
normal
used as like
amounts of garlic are 18 cloves of garlic in any meal. So
that's how like gas warfare was fought in World War I with that much garlic.
Worth it. Hey, your wife is with me on this one.
She takes that cooking paste and like fucking puts it on chips.
I don't understand the problem.
Who said you couldn't put your shoe on? It's just making up rules. We can go, but no putting one of your shoes
See,
on.
it is interesting because in a typical three child dynamic, the oldest one is the nerd and like rule follower. It's very rare that the oldest one is the rebel.
Yeah. Or the older one is like the annoying voice of reason who keeps coming in and like,
which I respect though, like, coming out of left field, Disney was like, we're gonna take what your expectations are and throw them out the window. That's what went into this movie.
I mean, that
everyone.
The storyboard meeting, a guy literally walked in and took the storyboard, picked it up, and turned it upside down.
Everyone's like, you can't fucking do this. And he's like, well, watch me.
We can't read it now. He's like, it's a metaphor. Okay, do you get it? Yeah, we understand, but like we have to read it for the meeting. If there's anything like the Metro North, someone's already pissed on the floor twice, and there's a guy in the corner who just got fired who's just drinking straight up out of a liter of vodka.
Okay, well, what's the problem?
I didn't say there was a problem. I'm just pointing it out.
I mean, the stickiness on the floor helps you not slip, which is very beneficial.
Really good point. Weird that these two are friends. I just love the makeup in this. All practical effects. They'd almost say, and I really respect this, is I'd rather it's a practical effect and looks like shit than it's a digital effect and kind of looks good.
100%, because at least with the practical effect, I'm like, hey, they didn't have the budget for something great. They didn't have the best makeup artist. Like, right. I can live with that. When it's the CG, it takes me out of the film, to be honest with you.
So Halloweentown, I got to say, the one thing I don't like is how much of the movie there takes place during the day. I don't get much of a Halloween aesthetic when it's light out.
Maybe they're just trying to come at your social norms of your assumption of Halloween. Like you're like, oh, Halloween takes place at night. And they're like, we don't like that stereotype. Halloween is all the time.
Yeah, I guess.
You don't like it.
I don't. One thing though that it might mirror, and sorry if you haven't seen this movie, I'm going to spoil the plot twist. Quote
unquote. It'd be very odd if you're watching this and haven't seen the movie.
Well, first time ever for Halloweentown. Might as well turn on the Broforce Squad commentary. Calabar, maybe the daylight kind of mimics his the facade he puts up, because when he meets the kids and everyone else, he's very polite and cordial, and then as it becomes night, he turns into this nefarious, evil, villain. So maybe the light is sort of this is the artist taking the storyboard and literally turning it upside down in the board.
I kind of lean on that as like they're just kind of taking you away from this idea of like again, it's Halloweentown, so it's like this idea like this is every day to people, it's normal. It's not a special event.
Established long ago. Calabar, when we meet him in a second, he is a total scene stealer. Let me look up the actor who plays him. He's so nice. Robin Thomas plays him, and he's awesome.
Yeah,
he's Thomas. So nice that you can it's very obvious that he is the villain right off the bat. Like, no one is that nice, but he's also like just a joy to be around.
Which you want out of your villains,
right? Really good parenting. All three of your prepubescent kids sneak out of the house on Halloween night and get on public transportation without you knowing.
This is the difference with the 90s and nowadays. Like, come on, kids are being like, cameras are in the house, cameras are outside the house. Like, let kids be kids, man.
Yeah, if this happened now,
if I have a child, I won't do it. But yeah.
If this happened now, my watch would be buzzing every second with an Amber Alert.
Yeah, we have phones that like show them their location at all times.
Enter Calabar. He's the mayor, but because the echo chamber I live in didn't vote for him, I believe the election was stolen.
Well, absolutely. The overall mob that took over Halloweentown on the 6th of October would have.
That didn't happen.
Very violent.
Lollipop in the ear. I mean, who's that for? Like, is anyone actually going to lick that thing? Don't answer that question, because there's probably some sick freaks
out there. There's clearly no health inspectors in this town.
Definitely getting like Willy Wonka adjacent vibes, like Zevia Cola Willy Wonka from Calabar.
Mm-hmm.
He is such a Dylan.
I would love to know the politics of Halloweentown.
Gwen's kids, she had unprotected sex. What? Yeah, a lot. What does that mean?
He's like, I asked her out, and she said she was celibate.
Oh, no, I mean that too. Yeah, so Calabar, I would imagine, was like the backup quarterback in high school, and he claimed that the starter only played over him because his dad was the tight ends coach. Sure, man.
Oh, absolutely.
That's correlation without causation.
If he had gotten that one chance, he would have been all-state, 5 stars.
He's the guy who's like, look, in practice, when none of you guys can see, I outplay him every day. Oh, yeah, no, totally. This guy is an interesting character. Again, just like when you pitch this movie to Disney, I wonder what the ideas you have that they're like, that's a little too much. Because when you look at what makes it into Halloweentown, and I'm not complaining at all, it's like, all right, there had to be some rejected like character designs.
What you're saying, a skeleton taxi driver is too much for you?
Now, if he was a racist skeleton taxi driver, like anyone that had
He's probably a little
he was
racist.
like, don't get out of my. It's like, where you guys want to go? Also, the Mexicans are ruining this town. What?
That's 5 years ago, there were none of them, but all of a sudden, a taco shop on every corner.
Like, yep, and now look at this. Only goblins on this street. It's gross. It's absolutely disgusting. That's why it smells like ass.
You're like, and you can just drop me off here.
All they do is bring in fentanyl. What? The goblins? Yeah, that's all they do. Bring in fentanyl. They're also eating our dogs.
Eating the cats.
That's not true. I thought we weren't going to fact check me. Oh, we're going to fact check me now? Yeah, you can't just say whatever you want.
So I have a question. Is it always fall or autumn in Halloweentown?
No, not even that. It's always Halloween.
Wait, so like how are the leaves falling nonstop? At some point, would they not run out? Or are the leaves regenerating that quickly?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of leaves on the ground.
The second one. They're always regenerating. I'll just say that I'll put this out there and I'll take this off the air. If it's always Halloween, then it's never Halloween.
Yeah, first time, long time. Nice to talk to you.
I'll take this off the air, Cycly. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for the call, Jim.
I mean, if every day is Halloween, so like every day you get candy, I believe it. There's nothing wrong with that.
One thing I don't get though is like what you say what you're asking about makes perfect sense. The magic and stuff that's unexplainable with nature. How did is this their grandma's house? It says Cromwell. How they were on the same bus. How did she get here so much faster than them if she is here?
Did she just walk out immediately?
Or maybe she got off at a different stop. Maybe that's what happened.
I can't believe Open Up Your Big Iron Mouth didn't work there.
So weird. You said it to my ex-wife. It also had zero effect.
It's like saying, calm down. What? That didn't work?
You couldn't open a can of dog food with a spell like that. That also sounds very equally difficult. I pushed.
Oh, did that frog come into play?
No, she just turned the lock into a frog.
Oh, wow. That's what she did? She's uncontrolled in her powers.
Oh, God. Where you have to use Great Value brand witch's brew because it's a fucking economy.
Do you think there's like a Costco, Aldi at Halloweentown?
Yeah, there's got to be a couple. Bubble Toil in trouble. That's pretty funny. If you're the grandma, though, like, I don't want to say Marnie's washed, but she's basically a lost cause at that age. I would focus on Sophie. Let's rebuild, tank for a few years,
she's showing
high draft picks. Yeah.
Is she going to win everything tomorrow? Probably not. But long-term games, absolutely.
This Witches Coven's roster is in a state of transition right now. And the longer we hang on to the veterans, the longer we're just delaying the inevitable.
Yeah. What's going to get you to where you need to go? Overall?
Right. Do you want to be 7-9 next year? I mean, great.
Well, you know what you're getting with Marnie. You know exactly what you're getting.
Yeah.
And is it going to be a decent play? Absolutely. It'll be a good season. People will slap you on the back saying, hey, good job.
See, that's the problem.
It's not going to be anything special.
Ownership of the Coven wants Marnie to keep the team competitive, but we know that you have to bottom out to get good again, to get good wishes.
I don't even know if it's bottoming out. I'm saying, hey, look, she's going to lose some games. All right. But also, the experiential gain gives us better traction next year. Why are you holding that off?
Well, the problem is Dylan is the GM, and he's clearly a sabermetrician, so he doesn't trust his eyes. It's all stats. It gets pretty fucking
he's
annoying.
A Nepo hire. He's not even an expert.
Look, my dad owns the team, but that's not why I'm here.
Yeah.
All right. Just happens to be the case. I am in by the way, great job by Marvel because they released Agatha All Along 2 weeks ago. So it's like going to end on Halloween night, I think is the last episode. But so I'm on a pretty big witch kick lately. Really getting into it.
I mean, it's perfect time for that. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah. Spoilers, but that face you just saw, Calabar, his
what
real
the
face.
Fuck?
Yeah. That's why their mom broke up with him. You can't go to prom with that.
It's like I can handle a zit on the middle of the nose, but like
it's fine.
Come on.
But when you scratch and claw your way to the top of the social hierarchy, I mean, you can't be seen with that.
Fucking politicians, you know? And this grandma, I love that just shares everything. She's not like, oh, I'm going to ease you into what this is. She's going to be like...
Yeah, there's no dipping your toe into the water of this lore. We just fucking cannonball. Trouble, that's the one that always burns the popcorn. Why would you have a setting for that?
Dude, every popcorn setting fucking burns the popcorn. Like, I just don't even understand.
No, it's either a third of the kernels unpopped or it's charred black.
Nope. Yeah. Can't ever. I have to stand outside the microwave and listen to the like seconds between the pops. That's the only way to do it.
Yeah, the weird thing is, and I'm sure there's a way to change the voltage on my microwave or check it, even though I never figured that out. But every single bag of microwave popcorn I've had since we moved into this house, the time on it that it tells you to microwave it for, if I actually do that on my microwave, I have like a third of it unpopped.
See, that's wild. For us, it's overcooked.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I literally stand outside the microwave and listen to the seconds between the pops. Once there's like 3 seconds or 4 seconds between pops.
You shouldn't have to do that though. You should be able to walk away. So like if something says 2 minutes 30 seconds, if you wanted it to be popped normally, would you have to cook it for like 2:15 or even less than that?
Yeah, probably less than that. Probably around.
That's wild.
Yeah. My wife did though. Like, according to her, she's the health environmentalist expert, whatever. She started buying free kernels.
Free?
Like not free, like like not in a bag, where we pop.
Yeah, I know. I've heard that's better. I'm just too lazy, man. That's so much work.
It's a lot of work. I have to do the oil and everything myself.
Yeah, and I know I'm not going to season it properly.
No, I have to guess my seasoning, and it's fine, and it does pop pretty well in the pot, and you just leave the lid just slightly off. But man, it's a lot more work.
You know what I need to find, actually? This is a great segue while Grandma's trying to figure out her vibrator. Is my wife bought me like 4 years ago this like plastic. It's not plastic. It's like rubber. It's built for the microwave. And you take the kernels you're talking about and you pour them in the bottom of it and season it with a little bit of oil. And it like pops it in the microwave and like puts it in a bowl. But when we moved, we lost it somehow.
Oh, fuck.
So
that sounds like the perfect like blend of the two scenarios.
Yeah, because you get the health benefits, but also you don't have to cook it on the stovetop. I'll ask her when she gets back what it was and try to find it again. Because we used it a couple times. It was really good. But then something happened. I don't know how you lose things in a move, right? You pack up all your stuff, you put it on a truck in boxes, and you unload it in your house. Like, where does it go?
Dude, I told you we lost boxes on our move here too.
Like they acknowledged we lost boxes, or you just realized like, where the fuck is this?
We literally told them, hey, we don't have things, and they just gave us like some money.
But you had to like proactively reach out to them, like, hey, I think you lost. That's insane.
By the way, like 2 months after we moved, all of a sudden a box got delivered to our house that they were like, oh, it was on someone else's truck, and we're like, how did that even get on someone else's truck?
It doesn't make any. It's like when you go to the airport and somehow your bag ends up somewhere else. All right, so now mom of the year, eating fucking candy downstairs, realizes her 3 kids are gone.
At that point, do you just cut your losses and run? Be like, hey,
Yeah.
you know what?
Now you could still put them on your taxes for a few years, probably till the government comes asking
Yeah,
questions. I mean, Wesley
but you
Snipes
know
got away
what?
with it for a while.
Perfect time to backpack through Europe and rediscover yourself.
Find yourself again. Yeah. Eat, pray, love.
Yeah, where's the dad in all this?
He passed away, sadly.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's not there. He's a deadbeat.
Fucking loser.
You know what? If she had married an immortal, not a problem. But she made her
Nope.
choices.
Yeah.
She
I
knew
don't
the
want to hear about it.
consequences of her actions.
Right. I don't want to hear you complaining now.
And
So I
she's
guess
just
they
like a brazen grandma. Like, I love it. Like, she's like, you know what? I shouldn't be telling you these things. I'm going to tell you all of it.
I've noticed most times when people say I really shouldn't be telling you this, no one even pushes them to, but they do tell you this.
Oh, always. It's like I love like, hey, no offense, but you're an ugly fuck. Like, just because you said that
Also,
doesn't.
why even say no offense when like clearly your intent is to offend
Yeah.
me?
Hey, no offense, you are a horrible human being, but no offense though.
I always think of in Return of the Jedi, like when Luke is on the ship going down to Endor, he goes, "I'm endangering the mission. I shouldn't have come," and he really just wants people to like talk him into. No, dude, you're totally. It's
No, you're
fine.
great. Yeah.
We need you here, bro. The donk on that troll. Oh my god,
Dude.
thick with
Wanna
two
tap
C's.
it.
Wanna tap it? Goth chick just came by the room a little bit earlier.
Gotta love a goth chick.
That ice cream looks fucking delicious.
Mm-hmm. Is he not listening to his constituents?
He's like, have you thought about the fact that maybe she's on her period? No, actually, I didn't. But
Mm-hmm.
that's probably the most logical conclusion. If that's a Yeti behind them, which I'm 90% sure it is, I want to say we're a little bit stretching what is considered Halloween centric, right? Like Yeti.
Yeah. Also, where do you think that costume ended up? You think it's been used in any other situation ever?
There's probably a porno where a guy has at least the mask on.
Like, do they just sell? Like, what do they do with this costume? Do they sell it on?
Well, this one's probably in the Smithsonian. I also like you can basically, when
Well,
he
of
turns
course.
around, you can basically see the real guy's neck.
Yeah, seriously, that ass. Oh my god.
It's insane. He can't even fucking sit. How fat that thing is. She found the brooms. God damn it.
So, what I love about this film, what we're a decent, we're almost exactly halfway through it. And right now, it's just been the discovery of like family. We still don't actually know. I mean, we don't know that anyone's bad. We really don't know what is still happening in this place.
Yeah. If I mean, the mom is basically the antagonist because it's told
Yes.
from the vantage point of the kids, and she's fucking cock blocking them. This guy is a salesman through and through.
God.
Throwing some floor mats, get his manager to drop the price by 1K.
Do you think
But
he
then,
smells really well or he smells horribly? Like not he smells like how is his sense of smell? Like
well,
he either can
oh,
smell
gotcha.
everything
I
or
don't think
nothing.
very well. Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
very well. It almost looks like he actually purposely like ripped his own nose off. Like his
It
wife's
was it
cooking
was
was
probably
that bad.
it was probably after having some fentanyl.
This guy, he's like he's an incredible bully. Local boy Luke.
I'm a big cheese. I'm a big cheese around here. Is
Maybe
that a
actually
thing?
around sometime, buy an ice cream.
I would love ice cream.
Arnie's about to fucking Matumbo him.
Hey, R.I.P. dude.
Big time rip.
Seriously, that was a sad one.
That was wild. The best Dikembe Mutombo story I ever heard is Alonzo Mourning said one time when they were, I think they were at Georgetown actually, together. They were out at some bar, and Mutombo walks in and just shouts to like everyone in the bar, "Who wants to sex Mutombo?"
I would be like me, and I'm not
Line
even
starts
gay.
here. Why is it all guys? I would buy a broom from this guy, 100%. And he'd probably
What's
give me
the
the thrill on.
APR? You know, what's the 60,000 miles? Like, what are we looking at on the warranties?
I mean,
Free broom replacement within 2 years.
Free bristle replacement. Relax.
Okay.
We're not doing the whole fucking broom.
Okay, that's fair. I just got to know what they're offering. Free oil? Like, do they do like wood cleaning?
Okay,
like...
you're throwing out the word free a lot, and we need to get that out of our vernacular. Nothing at this place is going to be free.
They need to sell me, is all I'm saying.
It'd be great if Billy Bob Thornton showed up at the end. He's like, "Hey, can I get that locket from you?" Go to the red carpet.
I need it. Otherwise, I'm going to lose Angelina Jolie to our
Not
brother.
a want. I was like, oh God, well, we can't let that happen. Why didn't you say something? This is another ambitious pitch in terms of the visuals.
Yeah, not great. Considering this is 3 years before Harry Potter. Well, the first movie, sorry. The first book of Harry Potter came out, I believe, a year before this movie. Uh-oh.
Fuck.
We're in trouble.
I guess it's just like so easy to get to Halloweentown because 4 people managed to do it in 12 hours.
You just got to get a bus pass. And a lot of people just don't like public transportation in this country for some reason.
Don't they make mortals sit in the back of the bus, though?
God.
Pretty fucked up.
People always think Rosa Parks was a civil rights. She was actually a witch.
I think
Rosa
Parks is actually an homage to Halloweentown.
Absolutely.
Don't check the timing of that.
No. It's don't worry about it. Just believe it.
Does that make Montgomery, Alabama, Halloweentown?
Have you been to Montgomery? That's the scariest place on earth.
I love when someone who's never explained something to you goes, "You just don't understand." Yeah, no shit. You haven't told me any of this.
Yeah. And I love a grandma and a mom going at it.
That's great. It really, I think, makes the grandma young again, just getting that, digging in on something and getting fucking fired up.
In what world would any kid be like, okay, mom, you're right? Like, of course I want powers. Like this kid being a nerd, like, come on, man.
Yeah, if even Dylan is like, fuck, this is kind of cool, then you know.
Yeah. First of all, you named me Marnie, so strike one.
Right. Now I'm inherently not on your side. Dylan's like, there's a few books that I haven't read on Earth, so I need to go back. There's like 6 that I haven't quite got to yet.
And how are you going back home after discovering this?
This is what leads to teen pregnancy. I'm going to show my mom.
Specifically.
Yes. I think this is actually... This is an after-school special. It's buried the lead a little bit, I'll admit, but we're getting to the part about abstinence.
The amount of times I
was going to
get laid, but because of Halloweentown, I ended up not getting laid. It was always Halloweentown's fault.
This is you and me at Morp.
We literally, for those listening, had a costume that your mom created and sewed together where we were joined with our T-shirts.
Yeah, and I remember actually using the restroom was pretty difficult.
But we did it.
We managed.
We could have easily taken the shirts off.
I really wish you didn't have to take that 15-minute shit. That was...
Well, we did go to CC's right before, so...
God, can you believe we used to eat there as much as we did? And how much we used to eat there?
I'm more upset that we don't go there anymore.
I was listening to our Slumber Party Massacre movie commentary, which check that out this spooky season. Dropped a few weeks ago. And when you, Banner, and I start talking about the Olive Garden experience and how it's good to go every 3 or 4 years, so to remind yourself why you don't go.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a good mistake to make.
But then when the commercial came on, you were like, this is like porn.
Yeah, we need this.
I was like, I'm rock hard right now.
How can you not see those breadsticks? Oh.
Dipped in the Alfredo sauce, too.
Now I need to go. I'm going to convince my wife we need to go.
I bet I could.
Ever since we moved here, we haven't gone.
It's a damn shame. I used to give my wife so much shit.
Together over Christmas, we're going.
That'd be awesome. I used to give my wife so much shit because she grew up in New York, and one of her birthdays they actually went to the Olive Garden in Times Square.
Why the fuck
I was like,
would
you
a
live in
local New
fucking
Yorker
New
go
York
there?
City, and that's where you go for your
No,
birthday
that's what
party.
Michael Scott would do.
100%.
Local pizza joint goes to Sbarro.
Yeah. Calabar drafting up a really good budget here. His fiscal policy, as we all know, is rock hard.
Yeah, what's the economy of Halloweentown? I mean, they're clearly not tourism. It should be tourism.
Probably like brooms. I mean, we saw that fucking guy. It's like, you're the mayor? That's weird. Did they not drug test? What?
He's so nervous now.
He is. You're the last person I ever expected to see here. Really? Because you knew her 3 kids were here.
Oh, wow. That's the most ugly. Oh, there we go. Okay.
See, that's what happens when you judge.
Still not that great of a rose.
She's like, huh, so you're done? That's it? That's all the fixing of the rose we're going to do? Okay, no, it's good. I'll take it. I love it so much.
Do we know how old they were when the dad died? How long has the dad been dead?
Yeah, like, is it old enough to where, like, she could be hooking up with dudes again? Or long enough to where she could be
which is fine. I'm not against her getting some. I'm just
also, does Calabar even count? It's just like a backslide, you know? Like, they used to hook up and...
Yeah, I mean, it was high school. Like, who didn't make some mistakes back then?
So I'm a mistake. Yes. Okay, so is this her actual costume, or are we supposed to think she is Tomato?
I think that's what she is, right?
Imagine directing.
Because why would you have honestly, Halloweentown should have a day once a year where
you don't dress
normal.
Up. Right. Yeah. And that's when you trick or treat. And then but then you lose the best part. Oh, what are you? Normal. Yeah, okay, because we all are. Got it.
Yeah, but normal to them isn't normal. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, be like, I'm a human who hates their fucking life. Oh, yes. Okay.
Oh, I'm an emo. Like, I listen to My Chemical Romance and Simple Plan. Like, my dad doesn't understand me. I think there's something there.
And he never will. Here's a Kit Kat.
I would love a Kit Kat.
Same.
I never hated on Kit Kats. I was a fan of the wafer.
Oh yeah. And have you ever had the Big Cat?
No, what's that?
It's a Kit Kat, but instead of like 4 mini ones, it's one like Snickers bar size, giant wafer.
Fuck, how have I not had this?
Yeah, it's really good. Because I'm a big wafer guy too, and the percentage of wafer to chocolate in the Big Cat is much more in favor of the wafer.
All right, I'm getting this season. It's Halloween time. I'm gonna find this.
I'm gonna Google a picture and send it to you. It's gonna make you come
lose my shit.
Yeah.
Again?
What is with all the boners here?
Tell me. So is this bully actually a good guy?
Luke?
Yeah.
No, he's a douchebag.
But what's he doing here with the grandma? Like, you know,
she's hot. What do you want him to? I'm sorry.
Is he revealing some shit?
No, you're gonna find out. So Luke is like the spotter in Taken. He's like the guy. These cabs are so damn expensive. You want the share? Yeah. That's what Luke is for Calabar. He basically like does.
But I want to believe he's a good guy. You know.
He might be deep down, but at that age, you know, and if a guy shows interest in you, he obviously didn't have a father figure. I mean, look at him. He's a fucking loser. Calabar filled that role. He filled that void.
Does anyone here have a mother figure in this town?
That's what Calabar steps in. He's like a Shredder in the Foot Clan. He basically like preys on the unlucky youth that have grown up fatherless. Unlike Shredder, though,
he gives them something to do.
Right. If really that's on our Ninja Turtles 2 commentary, we basically talk about how the Foot Clan really like would have the biggest tax write-off of all time. They're basically like an after-school program. Yes. Do we commit murders and crimes? Oh my God! Like.
But is it not better than being on the streets?
Isn't this being on the streets?
No. It's being on the streets with purpose. I'm saying.
Yeah.
Being on the streets with
that's the advantage to Shredder over Calabar. I don't see Calabar teaching anyone karate. Now maybe that's a scene that is deleted from the movie.
I'm gonna find the deleted scenes.
Badass. Calabar's Karate Club. Why is club spelled with a K? I feel like the name of this group might be twisted into
wait,
something
it's
else.
KKK. Don't worry about that.
Why is that? Does that mean something? You don't know what that means?
Whoa, don't put this on Halloweentown. That's not our
He's
jurisdiction.
like, and at Calabar's Karate Club, everyone's welcome, except African Americans. What'd you say at the end?
What?
Because now it really feels like you were. No,
I had a cough. You didn't hear anything. What? It didn't sound like a cough.
What's the line in Ted? We'll let anyone into the restaurant, even Jews. Why would you say it like that? No, we're not. We'll just let them in.
We're saying we'll let them in. I didn't think that needed clarification.
Well, Luke had keys to that padlock. That's interesting.
Does he have a master key to everything?
Yeah, he's like his dad's the janitor. He stole his keys and copied them.
I always love a movie theater scene.
It's great.
We got him in Scream. We've got him in Twister. Like, I just love there's a little meta-ness about when you're watching a movie theater scene in a movie.
Absolutely. Now, these people all died because these old-fashioned seats were so uncomfortable.
And you can barely, if someone in front of you is tall or has a big-ass head.
Well, you can't lean back at all either.
No, you can't. Like, new movie theaters are great. I went to an old, like, when I say old-fashioned movie theater, like, it was literally like the movie theaters we went to in, like, I don't know, middle school. And there was someone with a big head in front of me, and I had to, like, lean the entire movie.
Calabar's scary as fuck, dude. I'm getting Jeepers Creepers vibes from him.
Jeepers Creepers.
We should do that movie. Too. We haven't done that movie.
Have we not? We absolutely should.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Well, that's Joyride. What am I talking about?
We could do Joyride too. I don't think we've done that one.
The first Jeepers Creepers, I really liked.
Yeah, it's really scary. The second one's actually pretty cool too, where the high school bus breaks down.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Ooh.
Damn, he has Merlin's talisman? I was wondering who won that eBay auction.
I love that she's not even like hiding. She's like, I do have that. Thank you.
I do have the MacGuffin. You call it the MacGuffin?
She be like, I don't have it.
Oh, dick measuring contest.
Honestly, at least he's trying to spice things up in Halloweentown. It's probably been dull and boring for the last.
God forbid, we throw a little wrench into the plans here. Luke would fit perfectly in Angel Grove in the Power Ranger universe.
God, he would. I was doing the Balkan Skull music.
God. Calabar's makeup looks pretty good. I'll give him credit.
He's kind of giving Emperor in Star Wars.
I'm getting that for sure. Especially with like the loose skin on the neck.
Yeah.
Oh,
and the way he's shooting these bolts. Yeah. Old woman. That's just.
She looks great, I think.
Come on. That's just mean. He's like, me?
Bro, I gotta say, if Calabar's this evil genius, like Luke can't be your number 2, and I feel like he is right now.
Midsummer vibes right there.
Wow, Midsummer. Halloweentown walked so Midsummer could run.
What if Ari Aster, the director of Midsummer, was like, hey guys. Honestly,
obviously, big inspiration is
I was watching Halloweentown, and boom, I was. Ooh, is she gonna be okay, you think?
I mean, she took it right in the chest, but that's how you're coached up to do it.
This is back in the 90s. There's no, like, you know.
Do you think that was a metaphor for Calabar, like, coming on her?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not even so much a metaphor. Maybe that's actually how he gets off. It's these, like, little blasts.
Okay, so he doesn't like light.
Unless he's out of this form. I didn't know Grandma got hit. She did?
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
I thought Mom pushed her out of the way.
No, and then she got hit after that. So Mom didn't do shit.
Wow, good job, Mom. Acting.
You see what I do?
Good handheld
I say the
shot
lines.
Here.
I pretend.
Okay. With you.
Like, I love these kids. They're like, I did not expect to be in this situation today.
The shadow thing. The shadow thing can't go into the light, Dylan. I mean, you're smart. Figure it out.
Yeah, he has
So Jeff,
glasses.
right. You better be smart, bro, because you're definitely not athletic. Yeah, Marnie's basically on her own. I mean, at this point, Sophie, even though she's shown potential, like we can't expect her to contribute on a team this year.
She's just raw. That's the
Yeah,
thing about it.
absolutely.
Like I said, long term, she's the move.
And we can't you can't learn on the job here. This is the playoffs. Like we can't have you getting experience in big games like this.
She's gonna make turnovers, but she's also gonna make plays.
Yeah. I guess from that standpoint, the other team fears her just as much as we do.
Absolutely. Like let her for me, let her grow and make mistakes.
It's just this is a high stakes environment to do that in.
Yeah, but she's gonna learn so much more from it. She's gonna score points.
Yeah, it will be good experience. Now, Dylan, on the other hand, needs to get the fuck off the field.
He's the kicker. That's what he is.
Yeah, I'm having trouble differentiating because people just in costumes are maybe that thing, like the quote unquote fairy that was doing the nails on that girl. Like that's not a woman in a costume. I mean, it is, but for the sake of the movie, that's like an actual fairy.
Yeah, but okay, when you're in Halloweentown and you're wearing a costume every day, isn't that at some point who you are? Because if that's what you're wearing every day, is it really a costume?
I don't know. I just don't define myself by my fashion. I'm more than that.
Okay, what else are you?
I don't have time for that. There's so many Bible verses are my favorite. I can't pick one.
We literally have 25 minutes left in this movie,
I
feel like you have.
I feel like it'd be rushed to even say.
It's weird because I just feel like honestly you have the floor.
There's so many though. Like there's so many. Whoa, shit!
Hairdryer, like ooh.
Shave your pubes fast.
Would love a hairdryer like that. That would do the job really quickly.
100%. Oh, are they making like a spell? Jackass stole this.
I hate when little kids just steal the back of my hair.
I don't think it was right for her to act like she wanted to work there to get that done.
Also, you could have just asked. And first of all, you're looking in the mirror with your face. Like, you can't see what they did.
I work out with this guy.
Dude, he's got... Fuck. He's got a vertical. Did you see that?
Absolutely, I saw that. This
That's
is the
Admiral
smallest
Akbar
court.
Running point guard.
Screen, that's a trap!
He yells that every time.
They actually trap the ball in the corner. Yeah, we know. That's the point.
It's a trap! We can see.
It's a trap. It's a 1-3-1 half court trap. Get the ball to the middle. What? Work the baseline. It's a trap.
He's like, look, we call you Admiral Akbar because that's your street name on the court, but like we're doing that just for you a favor. But can you
God, that would
be
a badass street name.
Admiral Akbar.
Snot man. He like runs this Turkish bathhouse.
By the way, it says no death guard on duty. Did you see that?
That's pretty good. See, that's so. Yeah, that's like a costume designer. Like, dude, I got an idea.
I'd be like, but is there a lifeguard though? I get that there's no death guard.
That's the joke. Yeah.
What would be the point of a death guard? Oh no, that guy turned to life.
I think he makes sure you die.
I've never been in one of these things. I always wanted to do it.
What are they? Ice chambers?
No, I think they're like individual saunas.
But your head is still out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never even heard of those.
They're like very old. It's like back in the remember those like belts that went across your stomach back in the 60s, those type of things? Like these are very like old gym equipment type things.
That'd be a weird sensation to just have your head out.
Yeah. What's his motive here? What are they trying to get out of this guy?
I think they need a ghost sweat. So they're trying to make this witch's brew that they can use to revive their mom and grandma. And some of the items they needed was werewolf's hair, which they obviously just shaved.
Yep.
I think they need the sweat from a ghost.
Which makes no sense, by the way. Can we be honest?
What's wrong with
How
that?
does a ghost sweat?
Like this in the sauna?
Yeah, but
Ghosts can't lose weight?
I just genuinely feel that you can't touch a ghost, so it wouldn't be able to
Oh, so
exhaust anything.
just because sweat comes out of skin, and yeah, no, come on. That was a little gross.
The ghost is like, that was gross. That was my private. Man, he looks good.
Damn, if that's all it takes. Is that his first
man.
time ever in the sauna? Because he's a little surprised.
We didn't get Geiger in one of those.
For real. This is Christoph Waltz, dentist office from Django.
He should join. I really wonder
He's
this dentist
Jewish.
office. Like, well, I was gonna ask what his bladder situation, because he can join the big noses,
Big
small
noses,
bladders.
small bladders. Yeah.
It'd be hilarious if right now, halfway through this procedure, he goes, "I gotta pee." I'd be like, "You're in, bro.
Sorry.
You are in."
Those are some fucking incisors there. Jeez.
Is that what you're calling the nose?
If you're a vampire, I know it's decayed, but like that's your meal ticket.
Yeah. Why would a vampire want this being taken out? I'm not understanding the motivation here.
I'm not either. I mean, I'm trying to think of an equivalent. It would be like,
hey, take off my dick, doc. Like, what? Why would I want that?
He said, well, you're not using it. Like, Jesus, you don't have to roast me. All right, this is an interesting scene. Save it to the Cromwell kids. Thank God you're not Mexican. Yeah, we get it. You're racist. Like, can you take us somewhere?
Is he the only taxi driver in town?
Must be. I think he's an independent contractor. That way they don't have to give him insurance.
Yeah. Well, at least his dental is great. He looks good.
Dental's fine as long as you only go in for preventative care. We're not going to cover
now his vision and hearing clearly terrible. Look, there's no ears and there's no eyes.
Yeah. His teeth do look good though.
Yeah, I'm impressed. He flosses, clearly. He drinks his milk.
Bonehead. Wow. I mean, that feels a little bit prejudice.
So what's his problem? Is he working for Cromwell?
He just got like hypnotized.
No. How does a skeleton with no eyes get hypnotized?
I don't understand the confusion here.
If I have to explain it, you'll never.
Yeah, I can't dumb it down enough for you. Put a little Tony Chachere's in there, a little paprika.
Ooh, yeah, love paprika.
The scene in Captain America: Civil War where Wanda makes pepper cash stolen from this. Clearly, a witch making a nice little dish.
So you're saying this movie also inspired that?
Yeah, I mean that's basically the whole plot to Captain America: Civil War. So, all right, Grandma had this in her nightstand next to her bed, and it takes AA batteries. I don't know what it's for, but we're gonna turn it on.
It shakes. How cool!
It's weird. There's these small hairs on it. It must be werewolf's hair.
Yeah. It smells really funky. His older brother doesn't need to be such a dick.
It's like
he's doing more than you are, dude.
For real, you're on the sidelines.
Yeah, like, I mean, no one's trained her. Here's the thing in her defense. I'm going to defend Marnie. No one's told her what to do. She didn't go to Hogwarts.
Yeah, imagine me just like rolling onto a cricket field playing tomorrow, never having played before. Now, of course, I'm the best at everything, so I would naturally be the best at the sport. So that's not a good analogy. But Marnie, it's kind of a similar situation, minus my natural affinity for everything. Now, Sophie is the Mary Sue. I think we can all agree.
And that's what I'm saying here. Like, Sophie is the one who's really carrying the team.
Is Sophie like, is it a spoiler alert for the movie Orphan? If you haven't seen it, maybe you have.
What a weird.
But you know where I'm going with this.
Yes.
Is Sophie actually like a 36-year-old witch who like really has like a ton of experience? She's like that guy that got caught playing high school basketball and he was like 29.
Dude, she's in, the point of Hocus Pocus is they're trying to like take the souls of the children to look young. She succeeded.
Yeah, she's taken all the souls.
Almost too well. She looks like a 5-year-old.
So Sophie gets a phone call. It's my kid's school. I have to take this. What? You're fine. Oh, you know what? I realize it now. You stole people's souls.
She's like, yeah, that spell worked a little better than I intended. I was trying to be a hot little 20-year-old, but like,
I
oopsie
went back too
doopsie.
far. And I decided to steer into the skid, so I've been attending school as a third grader. Yeah, and you've actually not been doing that well on some of the tests, is what we're a little concerned about. It's lit. Yeah, it is, Dylan. Yeah,
We're
it
witches.
is.
Yeah, that kid didn't even know is that where the lit got started? This movie
Again,
basically started
it's
everything.
like you're welcome pop culture for the next 2
What if he's like,
decades.
that's sus, guys.
Huh? But it's Skibbity Toilet also.
Like, I didn't realize in 1998 Halloweentown was really where all this language got started. Look at that makeup. That deserves an Oscar. That's like Titanic, end of Titanic, where all the frozen bodies are in the Atlantic.
Yeah.
Probably the same makeup artist.
Now, I mean, she could use a little vitamin D. The one thing I
Not in
take away from you.
Halloweentown.
Same movie is still playing. My God.
I gotta ask you, man, where's the diversity in this town?
It's not. What if Nicole Kidman walks out? We come to this place for magic. Even here, this place? Even in this theater? We come
to this AMC theater.
We come to Calabar Theaters to remind ourselves. This Nicole, people being murdered doesn't really feel like the time. But we do love that jewel bedazzled pantsuit you have on. Well, imagine it's like Barney Stinson when he wouldn't get fist bumped. Imagine having to hold your arm up like that for that long.
But you got to stay true to yourself there at that point. Like, I've already done it. I've already started. I got to finish this out.
Yeah. Oh my God. Is it on fire or is it just steaming?
What did I miss? I didn't see that. What did you see? I didn't. Was it in
The
the
pumpkin?
background?
The pumpkin was like in the foreground, right when the camera panned over.
I just missed it. I missed that.
Maybe it's just a weird lighting thing. Dylan is that guy where like he never has an idea. He just shoots down all the other ideas. Like, where do you want to go eat, Dylan? Oh, I don't care. I'm cool with whatever. All right. How about
Ain't that a
Chinese?
man?
No. Yeah, for real.
I have a question.
Look, about what
Why
happened
are men
earlier where I
great
tried
till
to
they
kill
gotta
your
be
mom
great?
and grandma. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Lizzo again. Do you think this vest that Luke has is available anywhere online?
I hope so, because I think we could both pull it off.
Or is it like too guaranteed that you get pussy that it's like not allowed to be sold in the United States?
I think that our wives wouldn't allow it to us to wear it because they know what it means.
Right. It means you're on the hunt. If Luke tells her, I have to admit something. I'm working with Calabar. Yeah, I figured that out when you try to get my mom and grandma murdered by him.
I'm still seeing the Emperor here.
Yeah. I'm still getting Jeepers Creepers vibes. It's Emperor at Jeepers Creepers like love child. And they did hook up. I know that for a fact.
And I would write that fan fiction.
100%. Do it.
Okay.
All right. That's our Jeepers Creepers villain impression. Okay. Would you like another glass of rose? Member Palpatine, would you like another glass of rosé? Yes.
He's for some reason he's Bobo the bear from the Muppets.
Would you like another glass of rosé, Emperor Palpatine? Pull with the heavy hand, Bobo. All right, sir. I'm sorry, I don't have much of a cheese selection.
I've never wanted to cross like fan characters come together.
I would just want to see Bobo like on a date with him. I'm sorry, I don't have much of a cheese selection here, sir.
Or
it's fine.
If you've never seen it,
I ate before I came.
Oh, you did? You go watch Bobo on YouTube, like back in the Muppet Show, when Bobo meets Cindy Crawford.
Oh, it's the best one.
It is fucking incredible.
The most
underrated Muppet there is.
I got to give her credit because she's like 100% into it too.
She's like into Bobo. It's so great.
Holy shit, it's Calabar?
What? Oh, man. He knew the whole time.
Let me make it up to you by having sex with you. That's not doing me a favor. That's doing you a favor.
Oh, but it is. So, okay, I've been watching this, and clearly we've been talking and things like that. What's his motivation for what's happened? I don't even know what what is he intending?
He did mention that he wanted. Okay, so basically, Halloweentown and Earth used to coexist, and then
Okay.
basically Earth got, for lack of a better term, racist and
Well, yeah,
subjugated Halloweentown to like their own realm. So he's saying, I want to basically wage like a war on the Earth, but he knows the people of Halloweentown will never go along with it. So I think he's stealing their souls, and he's going to basically like possess them to go invade Earth realm.
well, in sheer numbers, they don't have the advantage here. Let's be honest.
No ball. Great little Giants reference. Shove the vibrator in.
Like, yeah, it's definitely his
Play through it.
Like, look
Shoot
at this.
some cortisone up. Oh, you want to stick the vibrator in there? Thank you.
Okay.
Bobo should just be in Halloweentown walking around.
Bobo should be in everything. I think you and I have always.
One line in every. You have to give him one line in every movie. What if that was a law?
When he gets like super horny, he literally goes.
That guy's a
I've always
catcher. You
believed
literally
the Muppets
catches.
should do a Muppets version of every single movie ever. Like, I want a Muppet version of.
Remember the Knives Out pitch where they were like, Daniel Craig is Benoit Blanc, and he is 100%
with the Muppets.
Right.
How is that not being done right now?
That would make $1 billion.
Yes. That's what they did in the night. Like, that's exact. Ooh, wow.
Holy shit. Put on your sunglasses because the future's bright.
It's working.
It's Annie, it's never going to run. We come to this place to revive souls.
This is you and I after watching the Black Dahlia. You're like, oh, what?
Huh?
Oh my god.
That one guy wasn't even a hit possessed. He just fell asleep.
It's my wife whenever we watch any movie. Hey, you're asleep. Let's go to bed. I'm not asleep. I literally was watching you
I was like, what just
for
happened?
5 minutes. You've been so. I was not asleep. You
like, why are you so ashamed to just be like, yeah, I fell asleep?
I can never understand that part. Why are they like defending the fact that I'm like, no, but you were. Why can't you not admit it?
Yeah, like it's fine. What's worse is just not owning it.
My wife was literally asleep on last Saturday. We were watching a movie, and then I was like, "Hey, you're asleep. Let's go to bed." Like, I'm willing to go to bed, and she literally was like, "No, I'm good," and immediately just got on her phone to stay awake.
Now she's staying up.
Who are you doing this for? Calabar,
like you're hurting yourself.
Yeah, like this is it for who are you proving a point to? This is like Scream. He's not done.
Do you see the dude on the right that is legitimately in catcher's gear?
Yeah.
Like, well, just in case a baseball game breaks out, I want to be prepared. Like, what kind of contingency is that?
Have you ever lived in Halloweentown? Like, you don't know what happens.
All right, time for a random baseball game. What if Calabar's
She's like, oh, I didn't know you were offering me to be your queen. I'm absolutely down.
No, I was going to say, what if Judith Hogue, the mom, was like, fine, I'll marry you. He's like, it's not you I want. It's your mother.
Oh, well, I'd probably rather have the mom in this situation.
I've had the young bull. Now I want the old stag. Not my vibrator. Oh, God. Is that what it is? I licked it. Why did you?
What if he like drops like gross, 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 gross? Ew. Oh, here comes mom.
He's like, I will be the ruler of both worlds. Like, actually, we don't really like Clinton, so you can do that. You can rule Earth. Yeah. That's fine.
Honestly, we could probably do with a new ruler.
We voted for Bob Dole, so that would not be we would not be against that.
You're like one of the 10 people who voted for Bob Dole. Like, hey, he would have been great.
There's a guy in the back. The fucking catcher. I voted for Nader. Yeah, and your vote was wasted. Okay, a third-party candidate Perot, does nothing.
Baby.
Yeah. Legalize it. I'm Ross Perot. Calabar's a lefty. Would not have. Is chocolate bar a diss? Everyone loves chocolate bars.
Well, lefties are always bad. You know, that's.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough going through life like that.
Ooh, love Marnie being sarcastic. Yeah. 3 generations here. What are you going to do about it? You can't do anything about it.
Yeah, because Dylan, you're a warlock, buddy. Yeah, you got to actually fucking play now. No analytics.
He's not a stats guy.
Dylan doesn't believe in like clutch factor or momentum.
No. Mm-mm.
Now the issue is the wand that he has is Android, and Halloweentown is an Apple product.
And the problem is Halloweentown makes you change those chargers every year.
You.
And that's where the advantage of having.
And then you got all these fucking adapters lying around. It's like, Jesus Christ, what's this one even go to?
Every time you travel and pack, you're like, wait, which is my chart? Okay, that's not the right one.
It's a mess. So I've never, to my knowledge, seen the second or third one, but one of them is called, it might be the second one, Calabar's Revenge. So obviously he returns in some capacity.
Is it like Return of Jafar?
I mean,
he's
everything
just like stuck something? Like, because Return of, obviously he's just like stuck in the cave, and is that what happens to him? Is he's just like,
okay? Halloweentown 2, Calabar's Revenge. Debbie Reynolds is back for this one too. My God.
No, it's not like she's busy.
It's true. Here's the plot. A young witch and her grandmother work together to foil the plans of a wicked warlock's son before he can use powerful spells to create chaos in the world. So it sounds like the exact same plot, but we just sub Calabar with Calabar Jr.
Is it the same cast overall, like Marnie and Dylan?
I see every actor returning. Yeah, even Calabar,
Wow.
Debbie Reynolds.
Is this a year later?
2001, so 3 years.
Oh, 3 years later.
It's weird because the DCOM specialty is quick production budgets, but still quality material.
I was about to say that is quite the amount of time for a DCOM.
Saw movie is like we could have put out 3 in that time.
Yeah. By the way, Tobin Bell said he's coming back for Saw 11. I'm like, well, what else are you doing?
Also, I was like, didn't you like film half of it already?
Oh. Hey, now he can join the Big Noses, Small Bladders. This is why we started.
I don't think you want Luke in your group.
Why not? Yeah. You know what? If he gives me that vest, he's in.
If I were him, I'd never agree to that.
All right. Well, I'm offering something great. Is all I'm saying.
I'm nothing without this vest. Well, then you shouldn't have it.
But if you're part of the Big Noses, Small Bladders, you're part of something bigger. You know?
It sounds like a cult.
I mean, it is a little bit. You're just jealous that you'll never be in it.
No, I won't.
With your healthy bladder and your normal nose.
My bladder's not definitely healthy. He's like, you kissed me on the nose. Like, well, I tried to reach your face, but it was 14 inches of deterrent.
Yeah. And also, I feel like a big nose like that in Halloweentown is quite not, like, pretty normal.
Yeah, like, what's somebody going to be like? You look like a freak. Like, did you not see the goblin with the donk that rivaled Cardi B?
Yeah, like, you can't make fun of anyone in this town. Everyone is, like, fucked up.
Well, now that you mention that, this is like the anti-bullying method, right? Let's make everyone look like freaks. That way no one is.
Yeah, it's like you said. If every day is Halloween, no day is Halloween. If everyone's a freak, no one's a freak.
Right.
Actually, the freaks are the normal-looking ones.
The Leviticus 4:8.
That's it.
That's
Leviticus.
That's the guy who stormed the Capitol behind her. That's the guy who stormed the Capitol.
Like, honestly, Leviticus is the most fucked up book. Like, whatever. I don't know what you just. I'm gonna kind of look that up.
That's always
it's gonna be something fucked up.
Fake attributed Bible quote to it.
It's gonna be hilarious.
One thing that with this movie, we have really like knee-jerk reaction here. Mom's gonna really regret this in 3 days. She went from banished grandmother from my house forever to why don't you just come fucking live with us? Why don't you just be there every day when I wake up?
Leviticus 4:8, and he shall take off from it all of the fat of the bullock for the sin offering, the fat that covered the inwards, and all of the fat that is upon the inwards.
Yeah, that's what they just did to Calabar.
I told you it was going to be fucked up. It's a ritual of sin offering. How did you just literally say a most fucked up Leviticus verse? I love it.
Yeah, it's all aboard mortal world. Okay, shit. Do you think they give like the Southwest Airlines snack pack on this flight? Do we get a drink service?
I hope they give the awful, like the option of like Biscoff cookies versus like the pretzel.
Do you want to hear a hot take?
Yeah.
I don't like Biscoff cookies.
Oh, my wife will Yeah, actually, my wife will love that because she'll take your extra Biscoff cookies.
But there was like a trend for a couple months, like maybe like a year ago, where like everything was starting to be Biscoff. Like these ice cream places by us would roll out like Biscoff ice cream. My brother-in-law was making this like Biscoff pudding dessert. I was like, everybody needs to relax. Do you see the catcher, the green face guy?
Oh, I see it. Oh yeah, he's right there. I see. Well, I mean, a lot of I love the diversity. Not a lot of non-white people, but there's still diversity.
Still counts, as Akon would say.
So we just we don't even get them going back home.
No, sorry. Why is it aerobics instructor first in the credits?
Oh, why not?
Yeah, no, you're right, Cycling. It just kind of, I guess there's nothing to accomplish when they get home.
You sometimes you like that scene when they go back home. They're like, I guess we're back home. I guess everything's back to normal. And then one of the kids goes, nothing's normal anymore. You know, like what I mean? Like,
yeah,
just like we're different now.
The journey changes you, man. So that is Halloweentown. Cycling, the DCOM pantheon is one that we have a lot of reverence for. I guess two things. Number one, where does this movie hold up in the DCOM, not necessarily rankings, but sort of the echelon for you? Which tier? And then as far as a Halloween spooky watch, is this one you could see yourself revisiting? Like, does the wife have fond memories of it? Or is this one you're like, you know what, going back, I'm good?
Yeah, I think in terms of when I think of the greatest DCOMs, this probably is not top 10. What makes it stand out is the fact that it is a Halloween themed movie, right? Like, because it's a holiday-esque theme, it makes people want to watch it around this time of year. There's just better DCOMs. Like, this was the golden era of DCOMs, and I can easily just name off 5 to 10 that are better. And I'm not saying like this is bad. It's just I would not call it elite. And the fact that there was 3 years between this one and the next one probably is the reason why you and I didn't watch it, because we were of the age of watching every month installment of the DCOM, and 3 years later, you and I are there's a big difference between being in 7th grade and being in 10th grade.
Absolutely.
Right, like 3 years in our age now is not that big of a deal, but 3 years back then, massive. So yeah, Halloweentown, I would put it in tier 2 or 3 of DCOMs. It's still fun to watch. It doesn't hold that much to me, though. I don't know if it's going to enter my Halloween repetition in terms of my favorite movies.
So the last 2 years for us, and this is not like necessarily a glowing endorsement to watch the movie, but this has been the movie in our projector room, which like the projector faces our front door when trick-or-treaters come. This is the movie we have playing like when they
love it
come to our house.
That's a perfect film to actually have playing at that moment.
Yeah, because like it won't scare kids, but it is still spooky and kind of puts off those vibes. My actual favorite Halloween themed DCOM, and I hope we can do a commentary on this one this month, is Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire.
Oh yeah, that's better than this one.
I think stand by that. Yeah, and Halloweentown, for whatever reason, like of all the DCOMs, this is the one that got 4 entries, like which I'm pretty sure, maybe outside of like the new zombie ones or the Descendants, I'm pretty sure that's the most entries in any DCOM quote unquote franchise. Which it's weird that this is the one that happened with.
I think it's because it opens like kind of like Xenon, where it just has, because it.
There's a lot of world building you can do.
There's world building, yeah, and I think that's the difference between a lot of the other DCOMs we love, is that there's just options here for a universe to be created for new fans.
Yeah, a lot there. It's spooky season, guys. That's why. Got to watch Halloweentown, even if it's like every 2nd or 3rd year. Although Banner, with his psychotic nature of watching films, he'd be like, yeah, it's like a twice a year watch for me. Like, what? No, it's not.
He's watching it in April.
One time we were like, dude, all the movies that you claim you watch like twice a year, we need to add up. It's like you watch 719 movies in a year. And that's repeats.
I buy it.
That's just old ones. I'm counting new ones. All right, for our legal counsel, Ronnie Cycli, I'm the mayor, Jeff Hornacek. We are the Bro 4 Squad podcast. Thank you so much for checking us out. Hope you have a very spooky October. Check out all of our content on our website, bro4squad.com. Lots of scary movies coming your way this month. You can also find us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, anywhere you find your podcasts. You type in Bro, Force, Squad as 3 words. Till next time, Cycly. I think Calabar actually just sent us an email that says, cease and desist Ronnie Cycly on Truth Social. What did you say?
You know, I signed an NDA. Can't talk about it.
Seems like you did talk about it, though.
Yeah, I know I'm in trouble, is all I'm saying.
I'm fucked.
I am absolutely fucked.
If your lawyer says I'm fucked, like, what do you do from there?
No, hire a new lawyer.
It's like a quarterback in the huddle, like, we're losing, but let's go ahead and try and run this play.
Like, the quarterback's literally shaking his hands as he's telling you that.